CREWCast. 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 Give it up for the CREWCast!
I smell of mango and passion fruit.
Oh,
Yeah.
sauce.
If you didn't see on last week, I've got these the Bearded Elite beard stuff, but I thought I'd try it in my hair. Oh, you can actually use
hair,
beard
right?
oil in your hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's all hair.
Beard butter is basically like it's good oils that get into the beard normally, but it also helps like bring like little flyaways down. It helps you style it a little bit. So it's actually really good for the tips of your long hair. There you go. Yeah, that's why I smell delicious. What else is hopefully going to smell delicious is this lovely whiskey that we've got on the table, because Lou doesn't have to go. Have to go.
I get to have a drink.
We're also now drinking on a Wednesday night.
Yes, yeah. We've had to make some adjustments. There's lots going on.
And from the last episode that you saw, we were talking about doing a DMT trip. That didn't happen because I was too ill.
Yeah.
So that is still in the works.
Yeah, I was going to say we should rearrange that.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I want to do it still.
Yeah, me too. And I'm back now and I'm on form and I've got focus. Mm-hmm. So I've also taken an Adderall about 2.5 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. So when we were downstairs,
I knew something was going on.
When you were downstairs talking really slowly, my brain was going, let's go do something productive now, move. It couldn't handle the normal chat.
Yeah, I knew something was going on because you were in the doorway and you're like...
Yeah, I was making me anxious. Like, come on, let's go. Like, you know, when you're really excited to go somewhere, it makes you feel like that but then when you get going in something, you kind of just come down again to a focal.
I was on your driveway and when I pulled up and I was just answering some text messages that came through and I could see you in here setting up the room and you were like...
What was that?
And then you were like walking over somewhere else and you're like...
Honestly.
And I was like, oh, Lex is on it.
If this is what normal people feel like, I can understand why I've been so kind of off at certain points in my life.
I think Adderall doesn't necessarily make you, again, what's normal, right?
I get on with shit. Like, I think about doing it and then I go do it.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Whereas my normal brain is like, think about doing it. Oh, also, do you remember that other thing you should have done? Oh, and do you remember that? And then I forgot the first thing.
Yeah.
And I never get it done.
But tons of people deal with
God, right.
There was like barely any pop.
We're going for this is Elijah Craig, small batch, 1789. Anything in the 1700s so far that we've had has been good. Mm-hmm. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, so I'm excited for this because I like the bourbons. Yeah. Like, honestly, I sat down the other night with a Gentleman Jack and I literally did the ooh thing again. Honestly, I sip it and I go like, whoa, yes. So I'm thinking this might be it, but I'll give you a quick breakdown. 94. I still don't know what proof means. Like, what's the point?
Isn't proof double the percentage? I'm sure we saw that somewhere.
Well, that's what this is.
Yeah, proof is double the percentage.
But what's the point of proof?
Maybe it's just like an old unit of measurement. Weird. And it sounds cool.
So 47% though, which is kaplawi.
Yeah.
That's big. And this isn't a small bottle either. This is it doesn't tell you the bottle, but that size if you're watching us.
It's a hefty size. Cork's lovely.
Made in true small batches for balance and smoothness. First to char oak barrels, it says, for some reason. I don't know what that means. And then that's it. There is no label on the back, nothing. So it is just saying, we are who we are. Try us.
Yeah, it's got the little Elijah Craig. It's like a wooden, wooden top.
A big fat wooden top on it. It's a really pretty bottle. But cheeky pop level, it's kind of low. Very short cork. I mean, that is a mushroom cork.
It's a short mushroomy cork, and it looked a bit loose, if I'm honest.
But it was sealed down with plastic, which we've taken off.
Yeah.
But without that plastic, that would 100%. Yeah. Be easy.
All right. If you just held that on its side, there'd probably be drips after maybe like a minute or something like that. I reckon.
Nah, it is sealing.
You reckon?
It's just not the best.
I wouldn't trust that. If I just had that in my car, I would be making sure that is upright.
It's a disappointing Tinder date, is what it is.
Yeah.
If you look at that, ladies, it's that disappointing Tinder date who he sent you pictures from angles that were elaborate.
Yeah. Use the fisheye lens.
It's an am I in yet cork.
Yeah. Body's great. Looks
yeah.
refined, but then disappointing cork.
Micro cork.
Yeah. Did you smell the micro cork?
I didn't sniff the cork.
It smells good.
Oh, it does smell good. Ooh, what does that smell of? There's a very
I'm going in.
Yeah, you go. Oh, there's a real. Oh, it's my passion and mango fruit, or my passion and pango and passion fruit.
You said.
I did it last time. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's my pango and passion fruit fingers. So I need to smell it from the bottle.
That damn mashing fruit.
Oh. It does smell very bourbony. You can smell the sweetness. You can smell a little bit of that oak. Oh, to me, it always smells like honey bourbon.
There's something going on there that's kind of like sweet and floral, and I can't put my finger on it. Come on then.
I don't think we need ice with this, but we've got ice. We've only got 2 small cubes, though,
Yeah,
so it's not really going
it's
to
more just because I'm fucking roasting hot, and I would like to cool down slightly.
What do you reckon? I reckon it's a pour.
Depending on the angle.
Glug or a pour?
If you go that angle, if you go flat, I reckon it'll pour. If you go sideways, I reckon it'll glug.
Right, I'll go sideways. Oh, that's a nice sound. Oh, yes.
There we go.
Oh, it's not a dripper either.
Nice.
That means you don't waste any. Oh, that is a lovely colour. Look at that. Golden. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. So, yeah, it's been... I've got stuff to tell you. Whoa!
God damn it. Every
You
time.
went-
Yeah, I'll carry on. Pop it
Jeez
up.
Louise.
I haven't
No,
had
do
one.
you know what? I'm going to save with the extra pour because I want to get that ice out. So I'll top up when the ice is gone.
Yeah, okay, that was hefty.
That is hefty. That is that's easier. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a
Quintuplet?
Quintuplet? Yeah, quintuplet. Yeah, I reckon. Easy.
Wow.
Damn.
I haven't had one for a while, so why
you
not?
haven't.
Treat myself. Treat yourself.
Right.
Go on then.
In. Right.
Settling.
Settling in. So, what's going down? I have had a mad 2 weeks.
I could imagine.
Yeah. Where did we get up to last time? With well, I'm not going to bore you every week with baby stories, but I'm going to tell you the fun stuff and the crazy stuff that happens. So,
Did you? I can't even remember what you said.
Well, here's the thing.
You couldn't say the gender.
No, I still can't do that.
Okay.
Oh, can do maybe by the time this comes out. When's this coming out? Yes, I can.
Next Monday.
Yes. So, well, you'll have to. Yes, because it makes me do it.
There we go. You're boxing yourself.
If you
in.
haven't watched the video and you don't want to know right now, spoiler alert coming in, go watch the video of me revealing the baby and of the 2-week shenanigans that we've been through in the first bits of fatherhoody goodness. You want to try and drink, don't you? So here's
I was sipping it and then it just went to my
here's
lips.
to my little girl, Penelope. Yeah. And she is a little sweetheart.
Yeah.
Although a little bugger at the moment. Oh, wow. Oh, that's got a good heat to it. Oh.
Keeps coming.
Oh, that keeps growing. Oh, it moves down into your chest as well. That is really nice. Starts on the front of your tongue and moves down onto your chest. Oh, that's a warmer.
It was a lot subtler at the start.
Yeah,
and then,
that builds.
Yeah.
Let's try a second sip. That is spicy. That's got a bit of pepperiness to it. It's nice. Heat, pepper, and a little bit of buttery sweetness over the back of the tongue.
Yeah. I think
I can't really pick out any distinct flavours from it, though. My palate's still overwhelmed by that heat for now.
Yeah.
So as I keep sipping, we'll come back to that. What do you reckon?
it's all right.
It depends if you like the heat.
Yeah,
if you're
I think
feeling
that-
like you want a warming whiskey, because there
Yeah.
are moments when you want that.
Yeah, true.
That's when
I think
you
right
pick
now,
that. Right now, you want.
maybe not so much.
Yeah, you probably want something a bit less peppery, a bit less heat.
Yeah. I think it's a little. It's hard to explain. Like it's a very savoury whiskey for me,
That's a good way of describing it.
and
I do like them a little bit warm like that, though. And that heat will die down.
yeah,
But
I was
then
going to say I'm
sweetness
not.
should come
It's
through.
not. It's not nice, but in terms of the Kentucky bourbons that we've had,
Yeah. Listen,
It's middle of the
I
pack.
honestly measure them all off Gentleman Jack. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but it's just such an easy drink. And it's not, and it's your middle run kind of whiskey, so the cost of it isn't great. You know, it's relatively affordable.
yeah, what is it like 40 quid a bottle?
Less, I think it's like 35.
All right, okay.
If you get it in a deal every
Yeah.
so often. So, yeah. But, right, so baby talk. Yeah, little Penelope. Yes. So she was born 7 pounds 5 ounces. Then she was born with a tongue tie. So this is where we have now, as people, decided folic acid is the way forward when you're having a kid, because it helps develop the spine, the bones, and everything like that. So it's really important. But because we are so efficient at now supplementing with folic acid, the body is a little too efficient at knitting things together. And what it does sometimes is overknit, especially if genetically you have a tendency to have the little toggly thing under your tongue, that little skin, I think it's called a frenulum. If you, in your genetics, have a tendency for that to be anterior towards the front of the tongue, and then you take folic acid supplements, it gives you a thing called a tongue tie. Yeah. So what that does is it sets that frenulum a little bit far forward on the tongue, and that stops it being able to reach forward and up. So like arcing motions, like if you go to suck the roof of your mouth, it can't really reach up to the top of your mouth as easily. It's not as, doesn't have that suction power. Yeah. And then sticking outward, it's restricted on how far it can move backwards and forwards.
You know Tom, who was at the gym, the videographer and photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has a tongue tie, and it was never...
He's never had it sorted?
No.
You can still get it sorted.
Yeah.
It is brutal. Yeah. Anyway, but so because of that, now the NHS was said like, it's 3 weeks before we can get that sorted for her. I was like, nope. So went private. Had it booked in for a week after she was born. Woman rings the day before we're going to go out. She's got COVID. There is nobody in the Shropshire area that does this. It literally, if you look at the map, it comes down from Manchester through to Cheshire, and then literally there's a circle around Shropshire. Yeah, there's nobody in it, like no one. And then so we chased the NHS thing, and as of like last Monday, there was still going to be another 2 weeks. So it would have been 4 weeks. Bearing in mind, when you have a tongue tie as a little kid, you struggle to feed, which in the main crucial time of being a baby, when you're trying to put weight back on after birth and get all that colostrum and everything like that into the system, especially in the first day or two. Yeah. Luckily, Penelope's a little trooper. And she gnashed her way through poor Bee's boobs.
I know, yeah.
Because she's been breastfed. She gnashed her way through days upon days and only dropped 8% body weight. Most kids drop 10%.
Yeah.
And then within a few days after, she's up to only 5% loss. And she's now, prior to tongue tie, she was like 1 ounce away from being back to birth weight. Yeah. And they were all super shocked. They're like, my God, she must be a good feeder for having the tongue tie as well. So then I got booked in.
I know a lot of babies have trouble just actually latching on, regardless of tongue tie or not. They just can't find the nipple, or they're doing stuff wrong.
Yeah, it's a weird thing as well. There's boob feeding techniques, which I'll take you through in a minute.
Thank you.
So
am I going to be the dummy? I'm just lying there on your lap.
Just get your nipple out. I've shaved.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Chat my lips otherwise.
So we went through all this, but what this meant was she was having to get the weight on. She was having to feed relentlessly, like every hour. She was wanting, which obviously is an issue, especially when you're trying to sleep at night, because you couldn't. What happens is when babies feed normally, they like soak it all in. And here's the thing: did you know this? The stages of boob milk. Do you know about this?
What do you mean? In terms
So
of
if I was to milk a lady, right? First, watery stuff comes out. It's literally like water to hydrate the baby. Then there's like the lighter milk, and then the heavy fat milk comes through. It's like 3 stages.
So you've got like full fat, semi-skimmed, and skimmed.
Yeah,
but
in the reverse order.
In the reverse.
Yeah, how crazy is that? So the baby never needs giving extra water or anything because it's hydrated first. Then it's given the volume, and then it's given the heavy fat. Yeah. So it's getting hydration, satiation, and calories.
One thing I didn't realise either is that it doesn't just come out of one nipple hole.
It's like a garden sprinkler.
Yeah, it's like a fucking sponge. It just like, I thought for my whole life that it was just a nipple hole. Yeah, you just squirt and it just goes in like a little hose pipe or something like that. But it's literally there's like tons of little holes. It is like that. The what is the tip of the...
I don't know.
The areola
is a circle bit, which gets bigger, so the baby can see it. So all women end up with saucer nips when they're having babies.
Do they go back to normal?
Yeah, then they go back afterwards. How crazy is
that? Well,
that?
Nipples do change size a little bit depending on how hard and soft they are, but then I suppose they literally they expand.
Don't know. Craziness. Yeah. But so they can see it. So the baby literally goes, Bobby.
Makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. I know they're saying that they get darker as well, or they get like more. I think that's colourful.
What it means. Like the exteriors get darker, so then it expands the area of target more fixation. Contrast. Yeah. Where we get up to? Boobs, milk.
This is the worst conversation about boobs I've ever had. I'm not going to lie.
I know. Yeah. Also, my concentration for boobs goes between biological and sexual. Because I'll be looking at her feeding on the boob.
Yeah.
And then it's like, look, mother boobs.
Yeah.
But then you see the boobs on their own, you're like, boob.
Yeah.
Bigger boob.
Yeah, you just get constantly confused.
Yeah, super confused.
Yeah. Should I have an erection right now?
Don't know why. Don't hand me the baby right now. My thought process was in a different area.
Yeah.
Incoming social services call.
Yeah.
Social services has entered the chat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went. So she got all this. Anyway, we went last Monday. Just gone. So 2 days ago, had to travel all the way up to Wrexham to a place with possibly the best name. Like if you were to pick a name of a town, you ready for this? You're the mayor of the town.
Okay.
You want to pick the name. You've looked all over Britain. You're like, they've got London, striking name. Manchester, Cheshire. What are you going for? Mould. Spelt without a U.
Yeah, I've been to Mould before. Yeah.
I was like, it's actually a quaint little place.
Yeah.
A really, really good cafe there. If you're ever going through it, it's called The Gathering. And it doesn't look like anything. And it's sick inside. And I got chatting with the dude.
The Mould Gathering.
The Mould Gathering. Goes to The Gathering. Well, the dude inside cooks everything fresh.
Yeah.
And he runs out. And we got like a beef stew in a coffee shop. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. And it came in this, what can only be called, this like a canteen. Like a chat. So like you had to pop open these clips on the top of it. It was a big silver canteen. You popped it open. It was dual layered. You lifted the lid off and the bread was there. Then you lifted that lid off and the stew was underneath.
That's cool.
Really cool. Yeah. The Gathering, Mould, yeah. We'll go there on the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so we went up there and there was this woman called Janet Beach, she was called. And it's like 200 quid to get this thing done, which takes literally 5 minutes, if that, for her to do it. But she worth every penny. You go in, she explains everything. She's lovely. She's like been killing the game for a while. This is her like own business now. She was like I swear she kept calling herself the Countess of something or other. I think she was like the top matrony woman in the hospital. Then was like, I'm off on my own because I'm a goddamn countess. Yeah. And then she sits there, but she went. So I had to hold Penelope, like hold her head and hold her while she was swaddled. Whilst this woman, literally, she has these flat-headed scissors. So if you imagine the point on a scissors, just straight flat.
Yeah.
So it only cuts where the blades meet and it can't snip anything ahead of it. She literally like gets a finger in the baby's mouth with the gloves on, obviously, and all health and safety. Pushes down underneath her tongue.
Yeah.
So that the baby's mouth stays open. And then she just literally cuts. No anesthetic, no nothing. Like snip. And just cuts this tongue tie. Cuts the frenulum back.
Straight on the boob.
Baby didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
She was just pissed off she'd been held down. But when she actually cut, baby didn't flinch.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it is painless or whether it's so quick. I think it's like an ear piercing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a sharp moment.
Yeah. And the difference was instant.
Yeah.
She could immediately feed properly, from which the woman spent easily 30 minutes with us going through boob feeding techniques.
Yeah.
So here's the trick, ladies and gentlemen, to boob feeding. You don't bring the boob to the baby. You bring the baby to the boob.
Okay.
And you don't do it subtly. It's so funny. Yeah, literally. Literally. She's like, you have to tap the baby's upper lip with the nipple.
Yeah.
And it stimulates a reaction from the baby to open their mouth.
Yeah.
But you as soon as their mouth opens like 2 centimeters, literally, whap, like airbag them.
Have you seen Nacho Libre?
Yes.
Do you remember when he baptizes him in the water? And it's like, praise the Lord.
Yes, it's that.
Praise the Lord.
Basically, with the kid, you hear this. Literally, and sometimes if they're crying, it's. And it's so funny to watch because she was literally like, just whap them on. Just whoomph, straight on. She said, it seems crazy, but immediately baby's like, and also for B, it was super comfortable because she showed her how to hold the baby as well in terms of finger placement. So your natural way of holding the kid with your hand like around their head and stuff is completely wrong. So you need them to be able to like loll their heads back and forth so that when they're latched, they know they're latched rather than being pushed forward. They're choosing to stay latched.
So you support like the top of the
Yeah,
neck.
so you kind of have your finger wrapped around the back of from ear to ear rather than behind the back of the head.
Right.
And so you let them have their little like...
So they've got a bit of movement.
Yeah, shit puppet moment. And then woof, on. Yeah, loads. And then the way that you have to trap an arm. It's a bit like judo, right? If they're not having any of it, say you've got going babies on left boob, yeah? So you got face facing left boob, you got butt in right hand. Yeah. You trap their right arm under your left arm. Yeah. So that they're like, the one weapon removed. Yeah. And then with your other hand, you then obviously coax. No. Coax. Okay. And then suffocate with the boob. Yeah, keeping the left arm trapped. And that keeps them in position.
It does sound a bit like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, left arm trapping.
With less
boob. And then the body will go where the head goes. So then it's like...
They say that in jiu-jitsu as well.
Exactly. So anyway, she's now feeding. And we've been able to actually put her down and she stays asleep. She would not stay asleep. So we had to go back into hospital. For the 2 weeks have been crazy because she got jaundice. And we had to go back into hospital for blue light treatment, rapidly, because she spiked really heavily to the point where, if she spiked another 50 points, it was blood transfusion level. Main reason why? Guess why her jaundice spiked?
How come?
Because she didn't poo for a day. Literally the only reason. Yeah. If she'd have just done a dumps on the second day, like she'd done on the first day, it wouldn't have happened. But because of they produce so many red blood cells when they're little, there's too many almost around the body, so they get broken down pretty quickly when they're born. But they literally poop it out. That's why the poo's yellow, and it's this stuff, the bilirubin. Yeah. And because she didn't poop it out enough, it backed up.
That country western
and she went full tan.
Billy Rubin,
yeah. Billy Rubin.
I'm pretty sure he drinks Elijah Craig.
Probably. That does sound like it. Billy Rubin's
or
Elijah Craig.
They're a duo. Billy Rubin and Elijah Craig.
So now she's back in and we can actually put her down. And I bought a big, it's like a basket on a mechanical swing today. So you put her in it and you can choose how much it rocks. And it swings back and forth whilst playing white noise or music melodies, and it vibrates. But I haven't got a battery to make it vibrate yet, so because it's some huge thing.
Oh right, some obscure.
I open it up, and when you look into the badge compartment, I've never seen whatever
one of the bike batteries.
Before. Yeah, it's just an insane. I don't even know what shape it's going to be. Yeah. I'm just going to look up the code and see. But I assume it's something that I'm not going to be able to find anywhere, other than maybe a model train store or somewhere.
Yeah, really obscure.
You just go in, an 8-year-old bloke who knows exactly what you need.
Wilkinsons have a surprising.
No, they're just basic batteries being in.
No, yeah. Wilco seem to have a good selection.
Wilco's. Oh, I'm thinking TJ Hughes.
Yeah,
no, not TJ Hughes. What's the other one? Home base maybe. I don't know. Wilco's. All right, try it. I don't know if there's one here. Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my update. So she made it through. You can watch all the blue light therapy stuff that we went through, but basically entailed us staying up for 5 days straight by the time born and everything, because she was put in an incubator and would not settle, even though it was 30 degrees and heated. And they were all like, "Oh, she'll love it, she'll fall asleep." She was like, "Fuck all of you guys." And we had to hold her hands through this incubator little they have these little flaps that come down. We had to hold her hand the entire time. Yeah. To keep her in there, because she had to be under this blue light. There's no choice about it, and she wouldn't go into it to such an extent that they brought out this other thing called a blue light blanket. Yeah. So then we went through all that, and then her jaundice level dropped, but then they kept stabbing her, and I kept wanting to pull people's heads off, and then I think I might have been through this on the other podcast. Sorry if I'm boring you guys. I get confused. My brain is in tatters at the moment. Other than today, where I felt quite collected. Yeah. I've been fully scattered.
I was just today talking to Liam, because his daughter's I think she's 10 months old now. Yeah. And this last week, she's actively trying to kiss him and kiss his mom. She's actually leaning in and going, and actually trying to go and hug. Yeah. So she's starting to the stuff that she's always liked doing. She's liked being kissed and liked hugging, but now she's actually trying to do it herself. Yeah. And it's the first.
I think that's when blokes start to adhere to the child more. Yeah. When it becomes active. Because right now, honestly, I will kill you if you try and hurt her. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't need to be around her all the time. Yeah. But every time, B brings her in, I'm like, oh, look at the little thing. Yeah. And then I'll sit with her quite happily and take her off B every so often to give her a break and do stuff like that. But I think we need interaction, as in, when she stares at me or focuses on me, I'm fully engrossed. Yeah. And so when I get a reaction back from that moment, that's going to be it. I'm going to be teaching her all sorts of stuff. Mm. I'm definitely going to teach her to, whenever she has any drink, to go, ah. And whenever she has anything fizzy, I'm going to make it say spicy. So she'll have like a kind of tango and go, spicy.
Is she going to have anything off a spoon and go...
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like suck it up off a spoon.
But she'll request a silver spoon.
Got a little something in your beard.
I know that made me laugh. It made me spit out my own phlegm. I can do that now because it's less gross than puking on yourself, which she does all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. So since she's been fed properly now, she can vomit, which is a downside. Also, because she was grazing essentially before, she's gone from grazing to being like Sunday dinners in a go, and she doesn't understand that she can't have 7 Sunday dinners.
Yeah, one after another.
Without vomiting.
Yeah.
So she's currently, I think, bulimic.
Yeah,
Like she's semi-bulimic at the moment.
Gorging herself to the point where she vomits.
Yeah, but other than that, what else has happened? We're giving her first bath tomorrow. You don't have another crazy thing. Baby info. You don't bathe the babies for the first 2 weeks.
How come?
Because they come out with their own natural... You know the gunk that's on them, other than the blood and stuff, the white stuff, that's actually their own moisturising agent that the body creates. Okay. And you're supposed to leave them until that kind of is all dissipated and
I'm
gone.
amazed that no one's bottled this shit up.
I know. Can you imagine?
Yeah. People would buy that. It's going to probably be like the best moisturiser ever.
It is actually a good point. That is a very good point.
Yeah. Baby.
What is the stuff called?
Baby gunk.
I'll tell you what it is. What are babies covered in? What are babies covered in? Let's see what this brings up, actually. This might be quite weird.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's a strange search.
Oh, no. Straight in. It's called Vernix caseosa. That sounds like a Mexican dish.
It does.
It's a white, creamy, naturally occurring biofilm covering the skin of the fetus during the last trimester of pregnancy. Vernix coated on the neonatal skin protects the newborn skin and facilitates extrauterine adaptation of skin in the first postnatal week if not washed away after birth.
Now, can you buy it?
Can you buy it? Vernix Casey. I have to spell that again. Vernix quesadillas. It'd be like, yes, Asda, family deal.
Yeah. You can get them from Chiquitos.
Vernix. Oh, no.
Vernia calipers.
Vernix caseosa. ADHD alarm. Buy?
Yeah.
Buy. You can.
Oh, God damn.
Buy Vernix caseosa online from Homeoforce, available in... What the hell's that? A pilules?
So are they just...
Pilules? Are they calling pills pilules?
I don't know.
Did they just make pills a fancier word by adding letters?
Is this a company that gets newborn babies and just scrapes the paste off them?
Yeah.
And then they're just...
baby farm.
They're like putting it into a jar. They're using
They've just got...
the other end of a butter knife, so it's like super smooth, and they're just like...
They've just got like warehouses full of crackheads,
Yeah.
and they're just constantly impregnating them.
Yeah.
And just babies coming out who are also going to be crackheads.
Yeah.
And then they just keep them on a cracker and soup diet until they're
And crack,
impregnatable and crack. Yeah. And then just keep churning. I bet it's an underground system we've just broken through.
That's
Baby
made me
crack
uncomfortable.
baby, crack baby moisturizer.
Yeah. Is it expensive?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. It depends how much you get in it. Well, yeah. If you get this stuff from Harrods, which is called cream mask Vernix, it's £204 for a
If
little...
it's in bloody Harrods, it is going to be expensive.
£204. Or you can go to eBay and get it for 12.
That's because somebody
Fair difference.
DIY'd it themselves.
That's somebody's baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah.
Horrendous.
Weird. Yeah, I might try and find some of that, actually. See if it's any good.
Well,
See if
before
you
you
find
bath,
some that's like
before you
cheap.
bath Penelope, just
Smear it on your face.
Yeah.
There's another one. Just go to hospitals,
Yeah.
into the baby nursery, and just smear babies on yourself. If nurses found out about that, midwives, they'd all be like, oh, let me hold the baby.
be a whole, it'd be a whole epidemic of.
Just youthful midwives just throughout.
Maybe that's why they all get into it.
And then when they quit, that's why they all hagger up quick.
Maybe, yeah. We've solved it.
Yeah. There we go. That's if you want to stay youthful, rub a baby on your face.
Yeah. Well, I have no baby news. Actually, my baby is 9 months old and now weighs nearly 60 kilos.
Oh, he's a fat baby.
Yeah, he's a big baby.
It's quite a hairy baby as well.
Very hairy, yeah. I got these funny pictures of him. I was just using the fisheye lens just because it's fucking hilarious to use a fisheye lens.
Do you know what you should do? Oh my God, that is ridiculous. He looks like a Great Dane when you do that. So there should be up on the screen the pictures of this ridiculous animal. Honestly, he's the sweetest thing there.
Yeah,
but
big goofy moron.
Yeah, we just had a pause and come back, and you were saying if you change anything in the living room or anything small, he picks up on it.
Not just in the living room, anything. Like you literally can, like, so if you came in and put a new ornament down on the top of the fireplace, so like completely out of like a normal eye line,
yeah,
he'll walk in the door and instantly clock it and just walk over there, and it's like the slightest thing. It's ridiculous how quickly he notices like the smallest change,
even though he seems like a proper dope.
Yeah, and it's obviously there's lots of things like because he's a guarding breed, so I guess he's meant to identify
do you reckon
changes.
Even though his voice is definitely like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, in between that, do you think it's like Terminator? Like comes in, he's like, just scans the room.
Yeah, he's like that's it. He's a combination of being stupid, but also he's just really good at certain things. We were out on a walk today in the woods. Like, you couldn't see the ground because it was just leaves everywhere, and he just started, all of a sudden, just went over to something, started like rooting around, and then went running off. And it was a whistle on a lead, and he had the whistle in his mouth, and he just ran off. I was like, he didn't, but I was cracked up when I found it. It was like, just like we're in acres and acres, and he just randomly goes and digs out a whistle, like so bizarre.
I wonder if the dude who had the whistle had bad breath.
Maybe.
And it was like, to him, it was like, oh,
yeah.
humans.
Dogs are amazing, aren't they? What they're actually capable of doing.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, because he's not like a sniffer dog. That's not.
So imagine the ones that are. Have you seen those ones where they do like a visual representation of a dog's sense of smell? So they'll leave like on the video, they've got a GoPro on the dog, and in front of it, they're showing like a purple like haze of like the path it's following, and that's effectively how they see the world, but through their nose.
Yeah,
like literally follow this line like a computer game.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I remember somebody explained that they smell in stereo, so they identify which nostrils taking in more scent
and go in that direction.
So they can direct. Yes, so imagine if we had our eyes closed, we would be able to wander around a space following a sound using our ears. We could identify where it's coming from, and we'd walk in that direction.
Yeah.
But we can't do that with smell because it all just goes through the same nostril. Like, it comes through the nostrils, but we can't tell which nostril's taking in more, whereas they can. So they literally, the same way we can direct with sound, they can do that with their nose.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, don't we sniff through one nostril at a time as well? That's why when you get a cold, you're always bunged up one side, then it'll switch.
Yeah.
We switch between one nostril to the other through the day.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, we're pretty rubbish. We're good at, like, we have a big brain, and that's about it. Yeah. Everything else about it is we're a soft, fleshy mass that's easily broken, easily disabled, easily chewed upon and murdered.
We're very dexterous. Like that, our ability to do very fine motor skills is good.
So is a monkey. They can rip our face off.
Yeah, but they're not as good as us.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, they're not as good as us.
They've already found monkeys using tools.
Yeah, they use tools, but like, are you going to be able to get a monkey that can like...
Next up, watch them on an iPhone.
Like if you're talking about like levels, yeah, there'll be monkeys that can use typewriters. But is a monkey going to be able to perform like a complex surgery without nicking a major artery? Like, no.
But I reckon soon a monkey will get an Amazon order.
To be fair, with that one-click pay, all he needs is a bank account.
Is nick someone's handbag and get a phone, and that's an Amazon delivery of 2 tons of bananas.
Yeah.
Amazon, if you get a 2 tons of bananas order
to the jungle,
alert the world.
Yeah,
we're in trouble. Planet of the Apes is on the way.
I know. Yeah. We are kind of rubbish, but I think we like to think of ourselves as better at things than we are. Like, do you know?
I think we're going backwards.
How so?
I think we're going back. I think we are getting dumber. I think that because of the nature of generations coming through, the laziness and the world owes me a living thing, they're using technology to not learn. Yeah,
you reckon we've now peaked out and we're gonna...
Yeah. Imagine if Elon wasn't doing anything. If people like Elon and those other people were not pushing technology, would it even be moving forward outside of the government?
But I suppose you can probably apply that same theory to like the Industrial Revolution, because the majority of the people that would have driven the Industrial Revolution were just workers, just plodding along, not pushing anything forward. It only takes a small handful of people to keep the whole human race going on the right trajectory.
We just need to hope that they're breeding.
Everybody else is like just, like us. We're just the potatoes underneath, just living.
I like to think we're in a different percentage to the potatoes.
Okay, we're the top of the potatoes.
We're not. Yeah, we're top.
We're like a Maris Piper potato.
We're a parsnip.
Oh, I don't like parsnips.
What?
I'll have them, but I don't like them. I would rate a potato over a parsnip.
A honey roasted parsnip.
Yeah, nah.
To be fair, I would take a goose roast potato. A goose fat roasted potato. Goose fat.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, goose fat roast potato.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to say goose fat roasted roast potato. Roast potato from goose fat. Goose fat roasted. That seems wrong.
I don't think it
the Adderall's wearing off. Look how I'm going off.
Yeah.
Look how my
and you're
brain is
saying we're not the
literally wearing
potatoes.
down. Yeah. I'm a fucking carrot at this point. No, I'm not a sprout. Turning into sprout.
I enjoy
Sprout, yes or no?
as well. Yeah, I ain't gonna hate any.
I hate sprouts.
Yeah,
They're like a little fart cabbage.
I know.
They're awful.
I find that entertaining.
Blech.
You get to enjoy them twice.
I'm pretty sure you could fire them from a catapult and they'd be more fun. And
Have you ever felt how fucking hard a sprout is when they're
thinking.
Yeah, they'd do some damage.
I wonder if you could murder someone with a Brussels sprout and then it would rot. That's the evidence gone. You could just smush it and chuck it.
I don't know why.
Like icicle death.
It's just
Sprouts.
made me think of when I was at school. My friend Chris threw a bonbon at somebody and it chipped their tooth.
A bonbon?
Yes, a fucking lemon.
I can
bonbon.
see that. A lemon one, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
God.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I know. Well, he wasn't.
How weak were the kid's teeth? Was he eating too many bonbons? That kid was eating too many
Yeah,
bonbons.
maybe,
By
yeah.
and he was like, bonbon me from distance. And he was like, yink.
Yeah.
And it went wrong.
Front
One bonbon too many.
Oh God, yeah. Don't know why that came to mind, but yeah, just the idea of firing a
And then the
sprout.
jawbreakers.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, you would get it and be like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good, that nearly chipped my tooth, that's a good one. Yeah. And then you would like work on it.
Yeah, they literally called them a jawbreaker and you were like, yes.
And there was that moment where you watched everyone's face where they'd have it in their mouth and then there'd be the crunch. And there'd be that split second of where they went, was that the jawbreaker or my tooth?
Yeah.
And then through, oh no, it's jawbreaker, I'm good.
Yeah, and also they'd be like dribbling a little because like,
Because they were super sour ones as
Yeah.
well. So you'd be like, imagine walking aliens coming down. Look, these are the smartest people in the world. Oh, they're different. Chewing on a jawbreaker, gurning with the sourness. This is very good. They're trying to poison themselves.
yeah, they're trying to break their own jaws.
They're trying to poison themselves. They're trying to poison themselves. Look at them when they. Oh, also babies when they're young, they don't learn anything other than how to kill themselves a little bit more each day.
Yeah.
That is it. They are literally just learning how to die in different ways. Like Penelope can already hold up her head. Shouldn't be able to do that till a month, and can roll over. Do you know how much of a nightmare that is in a kid that has no bodily control?
Yeah.
So her potential is that she can throw herself off you when you're holding her because she can launch her head back and kick with her legs.
Yeah.
So she can literally, if you lie her on your chest
Yeah.
with her arms in and her feet like curled, she will caterpillar her way up you. How insane is that? She's 2 weeks old. Caterpillar her way up you. And then over the top death.
Yeah.
Also, she can kick her legs up and roll herself over when she's in a swaddle. Smother death.
Yeah.
So you cannot leave her.
Need little clips so you can like.
I don't know. She needs a baby cage.
Yeah.
Baby cage.
Liam took me a picture the other day of Maisie, and they got the child gates up for her now to stop her getting up and down
Like
the
a
stairs
dog
because she's
gate.
crawling, and she was like up at the gates, like holding them, just like.
Attica.
Yeah.
Attica. Yeah, it's going to be a journey, but you know, it's already been fun. It is surprising what your body is capable of, though, when it is put under so much stress. Like I averaged, my Whoop number got down to 14% recovery, which is like horrendous.
Well, it was that's barely any better than when you had the
COVID.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, or flu.
Yeah, whatever it
Whichever.
was.
The flu is definitely worse. Yeah, so I've been back in training the last 2 weeks. I've done my first volume week. Here's a funny thing. So my volume week is 25 reps split over a 15-5-5 breakdown. And the idea is that you use a weight where you're burning heavy burn, high pump at around 12 reps and 15's a struggle. Then you got to hit another 10 reps after that. And it's 5 sets. 3 body parts, 2 exercises per body part. And then repeat each body part twice a week with varying exercises. I finished biceps on the first day on the Monday. And obviously when you're sat at a laptop or working, you're like this, aren't you? Like elbows bent, elbows down. I realised that my arms seized in this T-Rex position, and I had to stretch them out after the end of the day's work. I was like, oh my, fully, they were locked in, and I had to stretch them like this. It hurt so bad. It was like that first time you did squats and then tried to get out of a chair. Yeah. But with your arms.
I literally had that today. Like my the 12-week block of training that I'm in at the moment. I'm at week 7 now, and the volume is at its highest, and then it'll slowly be. The volume has been gradually ramping, but yeah, then now it's going to start to taper back down, and the intensity is going to creep up. But fuck me, yesterday's session was the first lower session of the week, and it didn't help because I missed one session. Well, I didn't miss a session; I missed a day. Bumped all my sessions back. So then I've been in the gym like 6 days in a row now. So I've not really had much time because I was playing catch up. And I've never nearly bailed on a session as many times as I do. I've had moments where I'm like, oh, fuck this. I should
just tired and feel shit.
Yeah. But I'll always just end up getting it done. But honestly, through the entire workout, after every
like,
fucking...
Fuck this.
Yeah, and I was just like... Because then I was just like, right, okay, I'll get the main stuff done. It's like, but I ain't fucking around on leg press and doing leg extension and hamstring curls. And then I'm like, well, I'll fucking just do the leg press then, and I'll just like, right, okay, I've done my heavy sets, now I've got to do some back off. So I'll just do one back off.
Slowly edging your way. That's what you do to people when you're trying to talk them into something. Yeah. Just concentrate on getting dressed. Okay, now you're dressed. Now we're just going to go to the car and have a drive. Yeah. Then when we have a drive, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, that was it. I was just all right, okay, I'll just do this one more set, and then I'm calling it. I'm just not going to bother. And it's like, well, the leg extension's only there. I'll do the extensions, but I'm not going to do the curls. I was like, I'll just do like the first set, and then I literally had to talk myself through that whole session, and even down to the last set, I almost was like, it's only the last set, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? And I was
then
like,
your guilt game.
Yeah, and I was like, but I'll fucking be pissed off that I didn't do it.
You'll know. Yeah. But that's good. That shows that your mentality's back. Yeah. So like, I always know that my mentality's back when I put down a weight, put it away, walk off, turn around, walk back, pick it up again, and do a few more reps because I feel like I didn't get that.
There was a little bit more.
Yeah. And but so yesterday was my first. So I did another volume. What are we on today? Wednesday, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I crossed into Monday. Into my volume crossed over because I missed a day, and then Tuesday was my first heavy day. Yeah. So I go from doing 25 reps to doing 4 to 8, and it's like a completely different feeling, but soul crushing. Yeah. So like rather than a burn and a like get mad and get through it. Although my volume week is technical, like I don't do any roughnecking, no body swinging, nothing like that. So it's not like you see when most people do volume, they start swinging around and just doing numbers.
Yeah.
No. It's a weight with strictness, but explosiveness, and like a quick repetition. But it was heavy week is 4 to 8s. First 2 sets of 5 is like getting built in with 12 reps, and then it drops. So I bang the weight up then on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th to hit somewhere between 4 and 8. Obviously 4 by the time I get to kind of the top end. Yeah. And it just literally, my soul left my body. It was no pump. There was no enjoyment of that burn. It was just, oh my God, death.
Yeah, but see, I'm the opposite. Like, for me, the like pump that. And the burn, I'm just like, I hate this. Like, I feel like I'm going to explode. My forearm feel like they're going to fucking pop.
Yeah, I like that.
Whereas I would much rather get under something that might kill me. And I'm just like, right, I just need to pay attention for like 5 seconds here and survive this.
No, you see, for me, it's like just every rep is a grind against life. Like to just a push, because I'm just looking at my joints, thinking, don't pop, don't wobble, don't wibble. Yeah, and I can feel them going like, we're not designed for this.
I feel like I feel more at risk with the higher volume stuff because I feel like my form deteriorates more as I get more of a pump. Like I get less ability to control myself. Whereas obviously if you fuck it up and you end up doing like something absolute max effort, which you probably shouldn't end up doing. But as long as it's, still very heavy, but something that you're able to maintain good form with, I feel like I'm actually able to be safer with that than Yeah, doing a set of 15 on like a, doing a set of 15
I know what you're
on
saying, though,
squats.
because you feel the load when it's on there, and if anything gets out of whack, you can feel it immediately. With lighter weights, you can power through with shit form.
That's what I mean, and
That's
you can't
why
do that.
my volume weeks are heavily dictated by technique.
Yeah.
So hips are locked in, glutes are engaged, everything's set, nothing moves other than the joint that should be. And even when they get like hard, I take a moment and then get that rep, take a moment, get that rep. So my volume work is not speed work.
Yeah.
It just happens to go a bit quicker because the weights are lighter through the first 10 reps. But the last 15 reps are sometimes a full grind. And the way it works is I do 15 reps, put the weight down for 3 seconds, 5 reps, put the weight down for 3 seconds, 5 reps. And the least I'll accept in worst case scenario, which is like usually hamstrings on the 5th set, something is 10-3-3.
Yeah. I know.
But normally I get 10-5-5.
Alberto Nunez does a lot of that.
Does it?
Yeah, it's just like they've this has been a thing for ages, but they've like coined it like myo reps. It's just like rest pause training, isn't it? You just
Rest pause, yeah.
Yeah, you just train
Or Lex pause. Lex pause training.
Lex pause training.
Lex pause training.
Hashtag Lex pause.
Copyright. Trademark.
Yeah, you just train to the point where you're not quite hit failure, but you've got a little bit in the tank. Have a very short rest.
Yeah.
And then you're just able to eke out a little bit more total volume in quite a condensed time frame.
If you saw me at Body Power circa the Mark Fit, Alan Gabby, Jeff Seed and me era, in that third one, where I was a fucking unit, although I only weighed like 76 kilos or something shit, this was when I was doing this training. And it is by far for me the best. So it works as I do a volume week, a heavy week, and then a concentration week. The concentration week focuses on 1 second squeezes at the top of every set, focusing on mind to muscle connection. And it's probably the worst week when I always think it's not going to be, and it's probably the worst.
Yeah.
Your weights actually sometimes end up lower than the volume week.
Yeah, I suppose it's just going to be that, obviously the mind to muscle connection, but also that extra time under tension.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It adds up a lot, doesn't it?
So overall, it's a 3-week cycle, and then you rotate back round. But what it is it's using all energy systems. You're going from cardiovascular, aerobic, to anaerobic, to a balance of both anaerobic. So obviously the heavy work is anaerobic, the volume work is aerobic, and then the concentration week is both. My heart rate on average in the volume week didn't go below like 120. So it is genuinely a cardio workout as well. But the other week, so I did my heavy week. So coming back to, so that's what I'm doing now. That will hopefully, I'm already starting to tighten up, which is nice. But I went in the sauna for the first time. But I also did bag work. So I did my heavy one. And because I hadn't used the aerobic system as much, I still felt like I've got some gas in the tank. Did 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds of boxing, Thai boxing on the bag, which in banner time with all the old people in it is probably quite aggressive.
Yeah. Just an old man comes past and just gets,
just dodges a thigh kick. Yeah. As I'm whapping into this bag with the boxing timer going on, already sweaty with like a racer back on, nipples flying everywhere, hair an absolute atrocity. And there's some poor bloke trying to be shown round by the staff going, here's our state-of-the-art gym. And there's this Neanderthal kicking the crap out of some poor bag in the corner. It's not even in the corner. It's pretty much central in the middle of the gym. Yeah,
I'm amazed that they've done that.
Fair play to them, is what I say. Yeah. Because I said to them when I joined, are you good with people like actually going at this? They're like, yeah, go to town.
Fair enough.
I was like, cool. Yeah. So I did that, and then I went back to go in the sauna. First time in a while. So I haven't done the ice barrel because it hasn't been set up, and because my hose has been broken. I bought a new hose attachment. Yeah. So the barrel's
my hose is broke as well.
When freeze came.
Mine snapped it off.
Oh yeah, mine. You know, in your metal thing on the clip that goes on the tap, it sheared the metal. The metal nozzle off the tap because the water expanded in it. I know. Yeah. So so the barrel's getting refilled. I did my first 20-minute sauna session, but I think it was a mistake doing it after the cardio because obviously I've gone in gassed, tired. Yeah. And then big thing about making 20 minutes in sauna is breathing. Yeah. I couldn't breathe. I was on the top step, eyeballing everybody in that sauna, like trying to get someone to engage in conversation with me. Yeah. Because I needed a distraction. I actually had to leave at 12 minutes, take 30 seconds outside and go back in and get the rest done. I could not. Honestly, God, it was so hard. And do you want to see my Whoop heart rate for it?
Yeah, not a chance would I be able to do 20 minutes in a sauna. I'd die. I would genuinely
But you
pass
have
out.
to do 20 minutes because that's when you get the heat release proteins.
Yeah, I would pass out.
Anything other than 20 minutes, anything less than that, you're not getting it. You're not getting the benefits that you could be. But look, check out this, right? So this is my 21-minute sauna session. Check out my stats.
Fuck me. So you're hovering between probably 160 to 180
That is my heart rate,
Yeah,
ladies
heart
and
rate.
gentlemen, whilst in this sauna.
while sat down.
Yes. So if you were in that sauna with me, wondering why I was looking manic and like I might try and kill you,
Yeah.
it's because I was trying to deal with 182 max heart rate. But that's doing the job. That's what it is. That's what's creating the shock, which gets the heat release proteins going. And the heat release proteins are massive for recovery. They literally go around your body mopping up zombie cells. So all of these dead cells floating around your body that have got no use anymore, that need waste cells essentially, that are no use and affecting the efficiency of your body.
Is that like senescent cells? The same kind of thing as like autophagy when you're
Yes,
when
it's
you're
like autophagy. Yeah, yes,
when you're in like an extended fast.
yes.
So is that I don't really
That's
understand
what
how
they
heat
do,
release
yes.
proteins work.
Yeah, it also boosts your immunity as well
Right. Okay.
and everything like that. So yeah, that's the benefit.
Oh, because I really struggle in the heat. So I've been in and out of saunas, and I do enjoy it, but I really struggle to be in for an extended period of time.
That entire workout, the sauna was the hardest bit. I literally quit for 30 seconds. Had to. Couldn't breathe. I did lose it a bit mentally because I was trying to breathe in through my nose. I was listening to a podcast to try and distract myself, and I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave.
Oh yeah, I've started
But it was
listening to that.
Bert Kreischer with Tony Hawk. But Bert's voice started grinding on me because I was just in an agitated state. And Bert with his, I was just like, oh, I can't take it. I had to like turn it off.
Yeah.
And then I tried to talk to this other bloke in there who looked like a normal, engaging guy. Zero chat.
Yeah.
Like zero chat.
Yeah.
Normally I get somebody in there, have a good chat, learn a bit about them. I'm nice, I'm personable, but maybe I looked at him a bit wild-eyed.
Yeah, maybe. You were naked while you were trying to have a chat with him.
Oh, I was fondling myself as well.
Yeah.
You're trying to distract myself in any way I could.
Yeah. Whatever works. That's why your heart rate was so high. You were edging the whole time.
See, got Pornhub on my phone in the sauna.
Yeah, turn Bert Kreischer off. and put
Vigorously
porn on.
jacking off. Don't mind me, guys. Got to get 20 minutes.
Just keeping myself distracted.
Oh dear. So yeah, I'm back on. But today I had to take a day off because my recovery was like 40%.
How many sessions a week are you trying to get in right now?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Ideally 5, minimum 4.
Okay. And what is that split?
So it's 3 body parts a session, 2 exercises, 5 sets.
Do you have a set cluster of body parts, or are you happy to
No,
mix and
organic.
match if
Just
you
go
need?
in and do it as long as they're both all hit within 72 hours of previously being trained.
Yeah.
That's how I go for. So if I go in and my knee's sore and it's meant to be a leg day, I'll do hamstrings, and then I'll wait. The next day I'll do the quads.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice in that way. It has flexibility. But yeah, pretty much. It's great. It's feeling good. Mainly, the big thing is like when I looked in the mirror previously, from melting away over 4 weeks of genuinely being ill, not eating enough, and what I ate was crap because it was just I felt terrible and nobody was cooking good meals because everyone was sick. So we were eating just whatever was to hand, which was easy crap shit. And then after that, having the whole baby rush thing, which just obviously smashed down the ability to get in. The biggest thing I did was start getting training sessions in amidst the birth. And the fact that Bianca was like fine with that. She was like, yeah, go. Well, I'm going to be just sat in a bed here. You go. Like, that's the benefit of having somebody that understands lifting and lifts as well.
Yeah, well, it's so beneficial for her as well, so she knows.
She is squirming at not being able to lift.
Yeah.
She's hating every minute. She hates the way she looks, feels everything. She feels lethargic. She hates the way she looks. She hates the way she feels. All because she can't train. Because she's so driven when she trains. Yeah. So the mental side of this is huge. So getting back into this is why I think I've suddenly have a real refocus again, because my consistency in training has come back, which there's no coincidence that my focus coming back has also occurred. But the biggest thing is getting back into training that's also structured. So before I was just going in to train because I felt like I needed to.
Yeah.
Now I have a goal and a progressiveness
Yeah,
to my
you've
training.
you've got a structured training plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it changes every week as well. So even if I hated the last week, it doesn't matter. The next one's different. So the thing about looking in the mirror, which I was talking about before, the thing is I hate the way I look in the mirror right now. Like, I honestly look at myself and I swear at myself in the mirror. I look at myself every morning, in the mirror and go, "You're a fucking state. Look at the fucking state here." I honestly say it to myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do you know what I said the other day? I woke up before like I really got my first week done. Woke up, looked in the mirror, went, "You're fucking pathetic," and because I was pathetic, it's pathetic, and because my physique prior shows what I'm capable of, so this is unacceptable.
I don't know. I can't.
Wait, there's a positive.
Okay,
There's
all
a
right.
positive.
I'll let you finish.
When you look in the mirror like that, and even if you cuss at it or get annoyed, because I was putting in the work was why I was saying that, because I'd done a week. Like I said, I'd done a week. Obviously, nothing changed really in a week.
No, of course.
But I'd done the
Barely
week.
anything, yeah.
So looking in the mirror expecting change is a good thing, even though it's not there, because it shows that you've put in what you believe is enough to see some change.
Yeah.
So it's actually a good thing. If you're just staring at yourself every day expecting change from nothing, you're an idiot. But if you put a hard week in and you're pissed off what you see in the mirror, good. Because you put in another hard week and you'll be less pissed off, because I'm starting to see changes now second week.
Yeah.
So by the 4th, 5th, 6th week, I'm going to start feeling better. That's going to start rewarding my visuals for the training as well. Already my energy levels and focus are up, which is a reward. But the will to want to look in a mirror to see a difference because you're putting work in is actually a good thing, even though you might not see it when it's there. But it will come.
Yeah, I do understand it.
mentality.
And I know that that's one of the things that you find really driving and motivational. And the being in shape physically also helps you mentally. I just sometimes when you say that, I'm just like, I feel like you should be kinder to yourself in the sense that like you still look really good.
No, I don't.
No,
No, but I really don't.
but you do.
No. You're seeing pictures of me when I've been pumped. I really don't. Honestly,
You forget what normal people look
I look like
mate.
an average dude that might lift a bit. That's
Yeah, and what's wrong
shit.
with that though?
Because I've been lifting for 2 decades. There's no reason I should ever get back to that. Even if I kept up a decent consistency in training, I would not look like that.
But realistically, you don't need to look like a freak of nature to be.
Oh, that's Harris ringing. My old bother.
Oh,
Should I answer it?
there you go for it.
Oh, hello, mate.
Congratulations.
You're on the podcast.
I'm not on the podcast. Oh, I am now, am I?
Yeah, you're on it now.
Congratulations to you, my boys. Just come from in the door. I'm not sending him all day.
I appreciate it. I will give you a call in 5 minutes.
No worries later. Speak
All
to you
right, see you in a bit. Yeah, he's a lovely boy. He's such a nice guy. I'm going to try and get Harris down, actually. He's a good bloke. He once brought down some weed and was just like, "Oh, this stuff's it's fine." It was like the afternoon. It was 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It was like, we'll just sit, have a bit of a smoke and chat. Dude, I didn't understand English by the time we'd finished having some of that joint. He was talking to me and all I heard was Snoopy. And I just remember thinking, what the hell? He said this was this was just meant to be easy. I didn't understand language.
There seems to be a common theme here with you and your friends, including me, being like, "I'll be fine," and then all of a sudden we overshoot.
Both of you like, "Oh, it's not what I expected."
Yeah, it is hard to make a judgment. Anyways, so my point for you was like, I think that you've been in the industry for so long. That
I know what you're saying. I've got mirror blindness.
Yeah, you.
Which is a thing.
Yeah, like realistically, you do not need to be a freak of nature to be happy and healthy. You just need to like be okay with what you look like in the mirror. And I'm not going down like, I think that people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. If you want to be morbidly obese and never train, then as long as you're happy, crack on. As long as it's not affecting anyone else, like do your thing. But
I'm going to keep my mouth shut as you say
yeah,
that sentence.
It's. I just think
a whole other podcast. Carry on.
I just think it's like it's not necessarily the healthiest to dislike yourself purely on like a looks point of view.
For me, it's because I know, like I've said, as I've trained, my focus has come back. If my body has deteriorated in the mirror, I know that other aspects of my life have deteriorated alongside, because training, whether it be gym, whether it be fighting, whether it be football, whether it be sport of some kind, is the foundation of what keeps me moving forward as a human. It has been since I was a kid. My mum used to send me out on bike rides when I got moody and I came back happy as Larry.
Yeah.
So I know if that slipped, other shit in my life is slipping.
But
And
also,
it's an easy thing to get back in.
Yeah, oh, definitely it is, and there's so many other benefits. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but also it is the level of disdain that you can have for yourself.
But it's only after like a few days of like genuinely feeling like you've not put in what you should have, and then I literally look at myself in the mirror and go, "You're fucking pathetic. Get your fucking act together," and it just makes me.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is saying it to me.
No, yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? And I think that's probably maybe important for other people to understand that that's not what we think. That's just like some self-talk, and everyone's self-talk can be different. And I'm, being a hypocrite for saying it because my self-talk is terrible and I'm very harsh on myself. But maybe it's because I'm making a really conscious effort now to be more forgiving when I do make mistakes or things don't go perfectly, to not be too nasty with myself, because sometimes it pushes me in the right direction, but then also other times it can push me in a bad direction. Yeah. So I think it just depends on how you interpret it, and it's specific to that situation. I've never, or not that I can recall, ever been that pissed off in the mirror because I'm like, oh man, I look like shit, or I'm not that fussy as long as I don't hold myself to the same standard that you do.
Let's pull this onto a short, which we will record now.
Yeah.
And then you guys can listen to body image. Yeah, I know it's blacked out. I'll just let you keep talking. Yeah. We haven't had blackout for a while. We've got to give on for a little bit. Why not finish on one?
Throwback.
So we're going to record a short now on body image and how you should deal with that.
Individual ideas on body image.
And just drawbacks and positives from ways you can do that. But other than that, thank you all for joining in. And please, can we get one going now where you all send us in embarrassing first date stories? I know we said this before, but we didn't follow up on it and make you guys do it. So DM me or Lou your stories if you want to, or if you're on Spotify, go down. You can leave us voice messages. Please do it. And if you did it before, we'll find them. Don't worry, they'll still be there. We'll find them and we'll get them back up. So next week's episode is going to be embarrassing date stories. So stay on Insta stories. Mine and Lou's will give you some DM like sticker things to reply to as well. And hopefully it'll be a funny one next week. Right, we'll catch you in the next short. Let's do it properly this week. Leave behind what was bad, bring forward what was good. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pip.